recording. We're here. We are here at the AirDesign tent, and we're here with Stephan. And definitely something that people are talking about is this giant banana. No, not the giant banana. It's the Volt 4 ENC two-liner. It's the first two-line ENC on the market. And Stephan here is boss and designer of the Volt 4. So, first of all, how has the glider been received for you?
Yeah, the glider is now out for some weeks, and the feedback is very positive. It's like, everybody is really amazed how simple actually is flying. You know, it's like it's the first two-line glider on the market, and the first question from many pilots is like, wow, how is this glider flying? It's because it's a two-line glider. How is it in the C class, whatever? And actually everybody is mostly surprised how less difference it is actually. You know, of course there's a big difference in accelerated flying because you get all the control and the stability, and this is a completely new world and the performance itself. So this is with no doubt this is a completely new. I would say what's completely new. Yeah, it's completely new. Yeah.
So I guess who's it for? Is it for END pilots who want to step down into ENC, or is it classic ENC pilots, or is it even for ENB plus pilots who want to have their first ENC?
Well, that's a good question. Well, our philosophy on the Volt previous the previous Volt gliders, it's always been that we're making quite a universal ENC glider, which is easy flying in the ENC category. So we were not even pushing the limit of the ENC. So of course the new Volt has to follow this. And so we paired this new glider with a very nice handling, nice characteristic, easy flying characteristic. So coming back to your question, it's like, I would say, you can come from wherever you are.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can step up from an ENB glider, quite simply. You can come down from an END glider. I guess you get everything in this glider.
And just for those who don't know, why can we now see ENC two-liners? What changed?
The main reason is that the ENC had a rework the last years, and the folding lines, the use of folding lines to make collapses in the certification process was not allowed. So if you used folding lines, it was automatically END, and now the folding lines are also allowed to be used in ENC. So that's the main reason.
Was that a controversial decision? I mean, are you on any of the boards that sort of look at that type of thing?
Well, for myself personally, I wasn't in favor to do that because this opens now a completely new philosophy, whatever. So, but the market, it was a decision, and I'm following this decision, and I try to follow now this what the market demands, you know. And I guess sooner or later, all the ENC gliders will become will be two-line gliders.
Okay. So let's have a look at the risers. Is this the standard riser set?
Well, the Volt is actually built 100% lightweight, so therefore the risers are lightweight built. Whereas an option, you can also order the glider with the 12mm aramid risers, but actually it is like it is.
Okay. And why did you go for lightweight as the standard version?
Good question. Well, we made this decision already a long time ago that all the high performance gliders we make them only in lightweight. It was a question, shall we make them in standard and lightweight? But we thought our decision was, okay, we go for lightweight. AirDesign is known for lightweight, for mountaineering, hike and fly, whatever. So we are following this. So in the lower classes, we're still separating depending on the use of the glider. So, you know, in the school environment, it's quite logical. It doesn't make any sense. But the higher you go up in the class, we proved that even the lightweight construction is durable. So this is no problem at all. So that's why we go.
Can we look at the toggles again? So tell me about these toggles, because it looks like quite a simple wooden toggle. You haven't gone for fancy materials there or anything. Talk us through that bit.
Okay, this is the pre-serial. In the serial, this looks a bit nicer colored, but it's wood, so it's quite environmental, I would say. We try to keep everything as handy and simple to work it. So you see, there's not much on the two-line glider. You have A and B, and the A is separated simply the B and the FTP control, so it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
You can't make anything more different and complicated.
What about rods? Can we have a look at? Is it full of rods or full of plastic?
Yeah, sure. It's a typical two-line glider, so it's full of rods from the leading edge to the almost trailing edge. Yeah, there's a variation of all these rods depending on the function, whatever, and we're using nitinol rods. Oops. It's a bit hard to see.
And what's the benefit of nitinol?
Well, you can pack it and bend it. You don't need to worry it. Yeah? So you can pack it really small and bend it while packing. And once you unpack it, it just snaps back. So you get this memory effect. It just doesn't keep the shape from the bending. It's just coming back. So cool. This is the nice thing.
Okay. And one thing I did notice about the spec is it's quite long, 6.5 aspect ratio, which is sort of longer than, I don't know, things like the Delta for, you know, some of the other benchmark ENCs. What's your philosophy on aspect ratio?
Well, in general, I would say don't pay too much attention to the aspect ratio. It all depends even more how is the arc or the surface distribution over the span. So it's not a, yeah, this velo can go up and down. It doesn't really make a big difference at all. But the thing was, when we developed this glider, you know, the last 2 years, there was always this discussion, and we know it's coming, the folding lines in the ENC class, so we didn't know what to do actually. You know? So we know, okay, we have to make an up follower from the Bolt 3, but we didn't know, shall it be a 3-line glider or a 2-line glider? At the same time, we've been working a long time on the 2-line glider END category, and so we're working simultaneously on 3 different projects. And a 3-line glider with aspect ratio even a bit less than 6.5, and then 2-line glider 6.5, and 7 aspect ratio 2-line glider. So it was a completely weird mixture, and it's like we were just waiting what is happening on the EN norm and on the boards, what's going on. So we had no other chance, yeah, to be open-minded in any direction. And you know, the last months of last year, it was really like this model worked out first. So we said, okay, why not? Why not becoming the Bolt 4? And yeah, I think it was a decision. I think so far the feedback from pilots proved us we made the right decision.
And I guess final question: what's it like when you take a collapse on this wing?
Yeah, I think you have to separate a little bit. It's like when you practically fly and you have a collapse, as long as you're on the control on your brakes, so you control the trailing edge, whatever. So it's not any different to a 3-line glider. You get a deflection maybe while thermaling, and it reopens by itself, or you reopen, support it a little bit. So it's not different at all. The big difference then, of course, is when you accelerate and you only do the B steering, and you got this massive confidence in stability on this typical 2-line behavior, and yeah, you don't feel really what is the limit anymore, until you hit the wall, so to say. So maybe, sure, a 3-line glider tells you more, gives you more feedback, is saying, okay, stop pushing now, I will collapse now. The 2-line glider actually doesn't do that, and if it collapses, it's more like it's flipping upside down a little bit more. So the reaction, full speed is probably more demanding than on a 3-line glider. On the other hand, a 2-line glider is less obviously collapsing, you know, so it's less happening compared to a 3-line glider. And this is leading back to the original discussion on the market when 2-line gliders first entered the END class or whatever. What is more safe, you know? Is it a glider which is more stable and not collapsing, or is it more safe if you have a glider that's collapsing more often, but then more controllable? So this is
okay. And so the wings are out now for testing. Are all the sizes certified? What's the status of play?
Now, currently the S size is certified. The others will follow. So we will see the next time. And the S size can be already ordered, test flown, and whatever. And production is running.
Okay. So you're expecting this summer pilots will be able to buy them in all sizes. You're getting certification on all of them now, type of thing?
Yeah, for sure. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Like always.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephan. Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.